Hey, thanks for jumping on, y'all. Do me a favor as you jump on, drop the city and state. There you go. Drop that city and state, like the video, share the video. We're going to be getting started here in just a minute. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Let's see, guys. We're going to be talking about our business membership today. So for those of you who are not interested, then see you. But if you are interested, I'm over here looking at my wife. She's laughing at me. If you are interested, then what's going on, Mike?
Hey, everybody.
If you are interested, then definitely chime in, tune in, because we got some amazing deals for you. And we're going to talk about starting a business, what it is, reminding you that starting a business is more than just selling. So for those of you who don't know that, you're going to find out today. Latrice, how you doing? Got Pandora on here as well. So guys, if you have not done so, make sure you go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is The Blanks Spot. Hit that bell to be notified when we go live or drop videos similar to this. Also, make sure you follow us on our Facebook, our Instagram, and if you're on TikTok, you might want to follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Not a lot of traffic. Not a lot of traffic today. I guess a lot of people probably took the day off after the Super Bowl, but work don't stop. Business don't stop. So I am here to market our business membership. So there's a lot of crafters that come to our timeline every day. Yeah. It's also in our email, and we appreciate that. We appreciate you guys reaching out to us and asking us, can we do this or can we do that? But we are not crafters, okay? And I'm probably going to say that until we either sell our business or it transitions to our kids. But we're not crafters. We're business owners, and it's a huge difference. There was a young lady that reached out and said that she needed a shirt, and I told her that we couldn't do a shirt. We can't do a shirt. Anyway, I'm getting off topic already, aren't I? Yeah. So I can't help it, man, because it's so much stuff I wish you guys could actually see as we're trying to operate a business. The tone of our skin attracts a lot of people who look like us, and they're asking questions like, where do we get these trays from? Not asking about our business, not asking about our products and our services. So we're going to see what we can do to try to keep people on track. But double tap the screen, like the video, share the video. If you're going to hang around, we're going to be talking about our business membership and how it can be advantageous to you. That means that it can be beneficial to you. All right. So why are you laughing, man? I don't want to overtalk. I don't want to talk over nobody's head. So I go live all the time, and I go live either talking about our products and our services or talking about our products and our services. We do have some YouTube videos if people are interested in learning how to press t-shirts. We do have a YouTube channel. You can definitely go to the YouTube channel, which is The Blanks Spot. And you can actually get some tips and some tricks on how to press some shirts, how to make some cups, do some other different things. However, when we talk about our business membership, I want you to understand something. If you are a crafter or if you're doing this stuff on the side or under the table, we're talking about actually starting a business. And it doesn't necessarily have to be going out and creating an LLC, because an LLC is not a business. An LLC is an entity. It's an agreement between you and the Secretary of State. So having an LLC does not make you a business owner. It makes you the owner of an LLC. All right. But when we talk about business, we're talking about creating a product and or a service that you're going to be able to sell to someone else with an attempt to make a profit. Okay. Often too many times, we run into people who want to learn how to make t-shirts. As a matter of fact, just got off emailing somebody that said, and I'm going to share this with you because it's important that you understand this. Someone emailed us asking, saying that they want to get started with their business. They want to start their business. Do we help with that? They need some tips and some pointers. Do we help with that? But then the next email they sent right after that was, how much will we charge to give them to make 100 transfers for them? If you don't know how to start your business, what you need transfers for? Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation for another time. But anybody can go to a YouTube, a TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. Anybody can watch a video and get the gist or the understanding of pressing an image onto a garment. It don't take rocket science. It's not. It's not hard. It's very simple. You got to know your transfer. You got to know the process that you're using. You got to know the fabric that you're using. You got to know the if it's a hot peel, a cold peel, all that stuff. It's not hard. You don't have to be super smart to make a shirt. You don't. But if you're going to run a business, if you're going to operate a business, you want to have some nuggets under your belt. You want to have some things under your belt. So there's a lot of people out there who are following groups. You're following crafting groups, okay? And I apologize. I can't control the internet. I see that it's up and down right now. Spectrum is winning again. But there's a lot of people who follow these groups. On average, I know people are probably a part of 20 or more groups, depending on what you're doing and who you are. But you have to ask yourself, are those groups actually helping you to build a business if you want to build a business? As a matter of fact, we have a private Facebook group. Ain't nothing going on in there. We got 6,500 people in there. And out of that 6,500 people, we might have 65 people that's actually running a business. The rest of them, they're there. They're there. They're either there trying to get some free information. They're there trying to get something for free. That's all I can think of. They're not applying themselves in the business sense. And I'm not saying that because they're not doing what I want them to do. I'm saying that because it's factual. So you're probably a part of a group. You probably join the group and turned your notifications off immediately or never turn them on. And you say, hey, I want to start a business. And you got more access to more information than you think you know. So for those of you who are in these groups saying that you want to start a business, but you're only actually wanting to learn how to make crafts, that's not a business. And I'm saying this, and I hope I scare people off. I really do. I hope this actually either scares you into understanding that it's more than just, messing around and making stuff, or you just say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to stay crafting and that's it. Because a business is nothing more than a job. You operate it the same way you would operate a job. You want to go in the days that you want to get paid. That's when you want to go in. That's pretty cool, huh?
That's it.
The days that you want to get paid for your business are the days that you want to go in. So you may not get paid every day. In money from your business. However, every day that you attempt to work your business, every day you attempt to make a profit from your business, you have the ability to write off your expenses, which is something that a lot of people are not talking about.
A lot of people are talking about it.
Ran into a young lady who said that she was a part of a membership that was charging her $200 a month for a business membership. And I can remember when we were doing one-on-one coaching, we would charge about $150 a month for one-on-one coaching. That's one-on-one. This young lady was paying $200 a month for group sessions, group training. And I'm not here to talk about how much people should or should not charge, but it's going to be very difficult. You just getting started with your business, just brand new, and you're trying to figure things out, but now you got a $200 a month bill, someone telling you how to make a business or how to start a business. Thanks for the gifts. I appreciate it. So what we did was we created what's called the Build with TBS membership. Okay. Build and Grow with TBS. It's a business membership. And the business membership actually entails several different things. Okay. It entails information about record keeping, tax deductions, marketing. We just did a call about marketing not too long ago. We just did a call about personal credit tonight, and we meet Tuesday. We meet every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about business credit. And that's for $26.26 per month. We try to be kind of slick. 2026, 26, 26. But we're going to be talking about probably just as much business information as a $200 a month class. And I can't tell you because I'm not going to go over there and see what they're talking about. Probably ain't talking about Jack Boo Boo. But we're not crafting over here. We're not sitting here showing you how to take a piece of paper and make an airplane out of. You can learn that on a social media post. All right. You can learn that on another platform if you want to learn how to make airplanes and Cabbage Patch dolls and all that stuff. Right. You can learn how to do that there. But if you want to learn how to operate a business front to back, day-to-day operations, talking about inventory, talking about record keeping, talking about what are some other things that we went over? Social media. Yep.
We did a little.
We did business etiquette, which
etiquette,
which a lot of y'all need that.
How to build your business correctly.
Hold on. Business etiquette. A lot of y'all need that because some of the emails that I've been reading from people who probably finished a level of school, I don't know whether they finished high school or not, but it's a lot of people who can't write a complete sentence. And there's been a lot of people we had to say, listen, we're not going to be able to assist you because if you cannot communicate to us what you need, it's going to be a problem. So we did business etiquette. We actually did a 3-week course, a 3-session course on how to build your business properly, talking about the entities and things like that. So we're doing this business membership. We started back in December 2025. I think it was the 16th of December. And we're coming up on 2 months. 2 months. So that means that we're coming up on 9 sessions, 8 sessions, something like that.
8 or 9 sessions.
8 or 9 sessions.
Yeah. We did we talked about common tax deductions for businesses. That's a very important one. We have we have the business credit coming up, and then for those of you that want to learn how to source from Alibaba, that's going to be coming up next as well.
So while people are sitting around waiting for people to do lives like this, because there's a lot of people that get on our lives and say, hey, I'm learning from you right now. The hell you are. I ain't giving you nothing else. You got to come get this business membership. We spend a lot of time online giving out free information, giving out information that we've done research on, information that we have stayed up late at night and gotten up early in the morning. And all we're saying is, you know what? Instead of paying $200 a month, you can pay $26 a month and keep that other $174 and put back into your business.
What you need out of it.
You can say I'm hating, I don't care, but it's foolish, in my opinion, to overpay for something that you're not going to even use anyway. So if you're not going to use it, waste $26 and not $200. Exactly. You know, twisting things. Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. So we're talking about this business membership. The business membership is very easy to access. You go to our website, which is theblankspot.com. That's TheBlanksspot.com. Once you're there, if you're on your cell phone, there's going to be 3 little lines at the top left. That's called a hamburger. 3 lines, just like this, right? If you're on your cell phone or your mobile device, what you're going to do then is you're going to click on that and you're going to go to TBS Academy. From there, you'll see the Build and Grow with TBS. That's $26.26 a month. If you want to get a lower price, you got an option to pay by 3 months, or you have an option to pay by 6 months. Okay. But the whole idea is to educate and to inform individuals who want to actually start a business. Hammer, I agree. You should be paid for your experience. And that's all I'm saying. I appreciate you agreeing with me. A lot of people won't, and I'm okay with that. But that's what you're paying for, the experience. So I don't know if I'm teaching the same thing, or if my wife and I are teaching the same thing that somebody else is teaching. I'm not sure if they're more experienced than we are. I'm sure they're not. That sounds haterish, I know. But we've been in business for the last the last almost 11 years. And one thing I will say is what I learned from my business mentors and coaches is that people don't want to just blow money just so they can blow money. You may not want to start a business. You may not want to do anything. You may just want to, make some money on the side. But people are not looking to just blow money. They want to get some value for their money. And you're not going to tell me, you're not going to convince me, not me. Maybe they might get you, but you're not going to convince me that I'm going to be taking a $200 a month class and I'm getting, $200 worth of value out of it. So you got to go back and reevaluate who you're following and who you are trying to emulate. Okay, that's something you want to think about. Everybody's out here teaching something. Okay, we just started back doing our classes, and we felt like there was a need because there was a lot of people in our group specifically that expressed that they wanted to start a business. Now we got some very intelligent people that are in our group right now. That's in our business membership right now. Very intelligent. They can add a lot of value, and they haven't added a lot of value. And we want to just make sure that people are well aware of what happens. So I want to share something with you. What's happening right now is it's tax time. Are y'all with me? It's tax time. I'm going to give you an example. It's tax time right now. What's going on, Stevie? Thanks for jumping on. If you have a job, you're going to get taxed at the highest rate. Okay? I'm going to try to keep the verbiage very plain and simple. If you have a job, you get taxed by a percentage. With the job by itself, you're going to get taxed at the highest rate. It don't matter how many kids you got. It don't matter how many cars you got, how many houses you got. You're going to only get so much deductions. And then as a job worker, you're going to tap out. However, as a business owner and someone who owns or has a job, or someone who has a job and owns a business, you now just took a 1099, which is nothing more than a tax, code. And then you took a W-2, which is that job, which is nothing more than a tax code, and you put those together, and you can legally, morally, and ethically lower your taxes to the legal lowest limit. Now, that ain't sexy. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody jumping up and down saying, hey, I want to lower my taxes. You know why? Because people don't understand. They don't understand. Yes, the SRI. They don't understand that. And what they do understand is that they're afraid of the IRS. Most people are afraid of what they don't know and don't understand. So what they do is they run back to what they feel comfortable with, and that's making stuff. Okay? So yes, my business tax. Yeah, our business taxes are due March 15th. But most people don't understand that. And what they do is they run away from the things they don't understand. If I could show you using a strategy how you can legally lower your taxes to the legal lowest limit by using a business as a strategy for $26.26 a month, that will be so worth it. The reason why our prices are so low is because we want the masses to feel invited. Another thing that probably is getting people all messed up is that we associate big prices with value. We think just because something costs a lot, it's valued at a lot. That's the biggest lie that we were ever sold. Thanks for the gift. That's the biggest lie that we were ever sold. Just because it costs more, that doesn't make it valuable. It's about the person or the company that's giving it to you. It's about the delivery and how you can properly apply that to your situation. Having a job and a business can help you to lower your taxes drastically. No tax professional, no tax preparer, no business coach, nobody can lower your taxes. You got to have two things, one of two things. You either have to be an active investor or you have to have a business. That's the only two ways you're going to legally lower your taxes. That's it. There's no other way. We can sit there and put our left foot in and stick our left foot out and act like we have a business and then say we don't. After a while, that stuff catches up with you. It's called an audit. Those are nothing but red flags. Why not learn how to take what you already know how to do and turn it into not just a money-making opportunity, but an opportunity that's going to help you to create more and generate more money to stay in your household. Did you know, as we talk about this business membership, you guys can get joined. You can get joined today. Only $26.26 a month. Did you know that taxes are your biggest expense? Anybody? Did y'all know that? Yes, no, I didn't know. Taxes are our biggest and our number one expense. Our biggest and number one expense. Do you know why? The average person on this call right now has a job. The average person that's going to see this video has a job. That means you go to work, you get taxed, and then you get paid. But then when you go to the grocery store, you get taxed. When you pay gas, you get taxed. Gas, you get taxed. When you go to buy clothes at the department store, you get taxed. You're going to keep on getting taxed. And you're getting taxed on your taxes. Because when you get a tax refund, it's going to be looking like income. It's going to be taxed. But the ability to learn how to lower your taxes the correct way is what we're teaching. Yeah, it ain't all shined up and polished up like a nice pretty crafting class. We're gonna say that for the crafters. You know, we know what our lane is. If you want to craft, then go ahead and get into that $200 a month class or $300, $500. They got them out there. If you want to learn how to do that stuff, go ahead and do that, man. But if you want to learn how to run a business the right way, if you want to be more effective and more efficient with what you got going on, this is what we're doing. So, I thought I had to scroll across the banner. Let me see. Get my banner going, man. Questions about the business membership? Anybody? Questions about the membership? So right now, I got the on Facebook and YouTube, I got the little thing scrolling across the bottom. To get to the membership, it's really simple. Go to the website. If you have not been to the website, you're missing out. Go to the website. Once you're at theblankspot.com, you're gonna go to the little hamburger. If you're on your phone, it's called a little hamburger, all right? Those little lines, right? Those little lines to the left right there. Those little lines right there. Once you're there, you're going to click them lines. You see where it says TBS Academy? TBS Academy. I know the camera's kind of blurry. And we click there, and you see the building grow. All right? That's what we're talking about. So you get 24-hour access to all the training. It's like a self-paced training. Okay, you get 24-hour access to all the training. You get downloads. You get previous trainings. I'm not gonna even entertain that. That's what I'm talking about, man. You get access to all the training. You get access to downloads. You get ebook downloads, and you get access to a chat. Okay, that chat is where you can actually ask questions. You also get one-on-one with me and my wife, or me or my wife. You get 2 one-on-one 30-minute sessions with us. Okay. What else, man? This business membership. We've been pushing this thing. We're talking about a business membership. If you're just jumping on, if you're just jumping on, and you want to start a membership, start with us in the membership, and you want to start your business, you want to start lowering your taxes and using that as a benefit to yourself, then you can do that. If not, and you just coming on asking about what's behind me, then that ain't what we talking about. All right. What else? Let's talk about this communication thing, man. Let's talk about this communication thing, because I know that this is huge for a lot of people. Some of y'all don't get it because you're not getting emails, and that's not a jab at you, but for the ones who do get it, that you're interacting with customers, I want you to understand something. If you're on this call right now, you're either a business owner or a business owner and a customer. If you're just a customer, hey, but if you're a business owner and a customer, you definitely got to have some communication skills. You got to learn how to communicate with other business owners. Most companies will not go the extra mile, because not just because they have the customers, but because they're not trying to attract people who don't understand. Did I say that right? Most of these larger companies are not going to take the time. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. Most of these companies are not going to take the time to go back and forth with you if you just get in there, if you get into their email and you just start dropping pictures. Yeah, people are just dropping pictures off in our email.
Like we're supposed to know what you want.
So communication is going to be key. And we do have a class that talks about business etiquette and how you communicate as well. I realized that a lot of people were not taught business lingo. We were taught to go to school, make good grades, and get a decent job. Nobody sit there and talk to us about how to speak business. I get that part. But some stuff is a little bit of you learn how to communicate after a while. I don't want to say common sense because we're already sensitive. But some things you just try to, you communicate. You learn how to communicate, like saying the greeting of the day, right? Like when people jump on these lives, we ask guys that you drop your city and state. That's your greeting of the day or whatever. Let us know you guys are tuning in from. But people are coming in your inbox and ours as well, and they're not understanding how to communicate what they need or what they want. So communication is going to be the key if you're going to get some help from anybody. So those are the things that you learn as a business owner. Some people ain't hearing nothing I'm saying. I get it. We go through this as well. I know a lot of people don't even care about what I'm saying. That's cool. You just want to go ahead and go back and try to sell something or find out where I got these racks from or find out what's behind me. I get it. I ain't talking to y'all, okay? I'm not talking to you. I'm only talking to people who either are in business and they want to learn some more things, or they're looking to start a business and they want to learn some stuff. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking to. Eventually, we're going to weed out. Eventually, we're going to weed out all the garbage, all the drive-bys, all the people who just coming to see, and we're going to start communicating with more and more with people who are serious about their operations. So if that is you, we have a business membership. The business membership is only $26.26 a month. All right. If you want to get a cheaper price, you can pay by 3 months or you can pay by 6 months. But we're talking about things that you can use, tools, strategies, systems that you can use in order to actually operate and run your business. We're not talking about crafting. If you're a crafter, go craft on somebody else's platform because that's what they're over there doing. We're not crafting. We're serious about what we're doing. And if you want to be involved, like I said, tomorrow's class, we're going to be talking about business credit. So if you want to jump in, it has to be on a Zoom. It's going to be on a Zoom. It's not going to be Facebook Live, Instagram Live. It's not going to be on TikTok or YouTube. It's going to be a Zoom that you paid for because the information that we're sharing is very vital and it's very important. And we're not just giving it away. So Crazy Customs, thanks for jumping on. So that's all I got. I may come on later on and then talk some other junk with y'all because that's what y'all want to hear about. I might sell some stuff, some other stuff because that's what y'all like buying stuff. So I might come do that. But other than that, man, jump on. We every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you cannot make it on Tuesdays, we have replays. Let's see. With other classes listed on the site be available when you register for the classes. So are you looking to get, Maria, and that's a great question. Are you looking to get individual classes or are you looking to get the business membership? Because with the business membership, you get everything. With that 26, you get everything. You get current and future classes as long as your membership is paid, which means you can go back and rewatch the previous classes from when we first started this last year, and you'll get all the downloads and everything as well. So you're getting everything. The business membership, you're going to get everything. All right. We're not holding anything back. Plus, like I said, you're going to get access to us twice a month, two 30-minute calls with us. So you're gonna get the best of the best. So every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are on a Zoom, a private Zoom. Okay. In order to get the membership, it's Mary. Good afternoon. In order to get the membership, you have to go to our website. Okay. If you don't want to go to our website, then you can't get the membership. But you can go to the link tree. If you're on TikTok, go to the link tree. All right. Once you get to the link tree, you'll see a tab that says business membership. And you start right there. All right. Questions? Any business owners on here? Any business owners? Type a number 2 in the comments if you're a business owner. I'm trying to see something. Got a couple. Okay. A couple. All right. Few. All right, Renata, you can't follow this. Oh, okay, you did. I'm about to mess with you. I said drop a number 2. She said me. Then she came back with number 2. That's the first rule, man. The first rule of this is following instructions. We're gonna ask you some crazy, funny stuff just to see if you're paying attention. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. Mary. It don't matter. It don't matter. We got people that's in the glass business. We got people in lawn care. You don't have to be crafty. It really doesn't. It really does not. So it don't matter what business it is, because everything that we do, Steve said I was, you still in business. Everything that we do is going to be relative and relevant to any business. The business membership is only $26 a month. All right. Only $26 a month. You want to read the description. If you want to read the description of the business ship, Kimberly, go to the link in the description. Go to the link in the bio. Keep saying bio. Go to the link in the bio. And when you open up the link tree, you'll see, you scroll down till you see business membership, and you can click on it and read about it, okay? But this opportunity, though, is for anybody. It's not just for people who craft. We just so happen to attract a lot of crafters. And that's nothing that we can do about that, because we selling stuff for people to make things, so they kind of think that's what we're doing. But we can't go that route. You make custom rugs, okay? So are you a business owner, or are you just hustling? Filter rugs. It's a lot of people out there that's making things, and this is not a dig on you. There's a lot of people out there who making things, but they ain't actually in business. Y'all do understand what I say when I say that, right? Y'all know what I mean when I say that? It don't have nothing to do with an LLC. It's about how you structure your actions and your operation. Oh, real estate as well? That's what's up. Yeah, I think so too. I think we've been taught more about how to spend money than we've been taught how to make and keep money. So I think it's needed across the board as well. I believe that whether you have, you know what, I'm gonna go a little bit further than that. If you got a family, if you operate in a household, if you operate in a budget, if you're getting paid every week, every 2 weeks, every month, if you're paying bills, you got a business. They didn't tell you that. They didn't tell you that. Nobody said that if you already have a family, you already got bills, you got money going out, you already a business. And nobody's teaching you how to do that. We even have stuff for people who are just doing household type stuff. So you say, yeah, I'm mainly doing it for a hobby with the intentions to have a decent side business. How about this, man? How about this? How about, what if we was taught to go to school, make good grades, and start a business and have a side job? Somebody gonna miss that one. Did y'all get that? Did y'all get that? Anybody get that? What if we were taught to go to school, make good grades, and start a side job? Start a full-time business. See, it's something about that business, man, that gives you all them tax deductions. It's something about that business that helps you to keep more of your money. The job, they'll get rid of you in a minute. I'm not trying to make you start a business. I'm just trying to tell you that there's a a benefit being a business owner. It's only not logical because that's not what they taught us. It's not logical because many of us learn how to live outside our means before we learn how to get paid. That's the only reason it's really not logical. It's not logical because we live in a system that wants us to be in debt. It's not logical because we live in a system that has name tags on it, has name brands on it. That's why it's not logical. I want you to think about it. If you were taught to go to school, make good grades, and then start a business, but then get a side job to help operate that business, it would be something totally different. Our whole thought process will be different. Now what happens is we have a pandemic. People get sick off the C virus. People pass away. People lose their jobs that wasn't theirs in the first place. People get evicted from their homes because they can't keep up with their bills. Their back is up against the wall. And then they say, I need some extra money, so I'm going to start something on the side. I'm speaking from experience, man. This wasn't always my conversation. This wasn't always what we talked about. We didn't always talk. We were the same ones that were saying, hey, you know what? I just need a good job. I was in the military for 22 years. I was able to climb some of the ranks. I made some pretty good money. But at the end of 22 years, I still retired broke. Because I had no common sense about money. I had no common sense about taxes. I had no common sense about how things worked in the world. A grown man, and I had no understanding of it. I was very ignorant. That's why I can talk about this like this. But we're too busy kissing up behind somebody that has a nice YouTube channel who's teaching you how to craft and telling you that they're showing you how to start a business. When they actually their business is taking your money. Get mad at me if you want to. I don't care. Most of y'all ain't shopping with us anyway. So, it don't matter to me. But that's what's happening. People are jumping in your pocket through your emotions. They jumping into your bank account and got you pulling out your debit card with your emotions. And they're disguising, for the crafters that's out there, they're disguising crafting as a business. But you have no understanding about record keeping, the tax liabilities, inventory, marketing. You have no understanding about how to communicate or associate. You don't have no standards. You don't have no strategies, no systems in place. None of that stuff. But you run out there and say, hey, I got a business. And then as soon as you can't sell something, you leave. We're trying to share with people that even if you don't make a sale, but you attempt to make a profit and you're working your business as if you're making a profit, you're trying to sell, the IRS says that you can write those things off legally. That's it. But see, because that conversation is not a sexy conversation, that's not as sexy as me saying, hey, I'm gonna show you how to build, I'm gonna show you how to make a baby box out of a diaper box. That's not as inviting as saying I'm gonna use some foam board to show you how to make a life size shape or something. That's not that exciting. We start talking about money. That ain't got nothing to do with business. Nothing at all. So a lot of people won't find what I say interesting or inviting because your lips are glued to a crafter's behind, and you're focused so much on making the next thing to where you don't understand that you're losing. For every challenge that you make, for every challenge that you buy, I'm gonna start you off at $7.99. Then I'm gonna push you up to $27. Then I'm gonna push you up to $39. Then I'm gonna push you up to $99. Now I got you at $200. I got your attention. Wherever your attention is going, that's where your money's flowing. Very unpopular right now. I am not trending. The blank spot is not trending right now. We won't ever be trending, y'all, because we're not talking that foolishness. But we're talking to people who want to build a business. And if that's you and you speaking the same language, go to the website, theblankspot.com. That's THEBLANKSSPOT.com. If you're on your computer or your laptop, you're going to look at the menu. You'll see TBS Academy, excuse me. You're going to click on that. You're going to go to the business membership. If you are on your cell phone or your mobile device, you're going to go to our website, hit those 3 little lines right there, and you're going to go to the TBS Academy, do the same thing. And if you're on Facebook or YouTube, the link to the membership is in the caption. It is. It's confusing and painful when you lose. But yeah, I mean, if somebody's been working all their life and they lose their job, what's the first thing they're gonna do? Most times, they'll go back and get another job. So if your business don't work out, you got to ask yourself before you get back in the ring. Did it not work out because of something that I was doing, or did it not work out because of something I wasn't doing? Both things can be true at the same time. Ryan, what's going on? I'm better than amazing. How are you? Thanks for jumping on. So if you don't or you are not good at business, everybody can use a strategy. And the number one strategy that we use is we show you how to shift your money back into your household by learning how to take advantage of those tax deductions. Once again, it ain't a huge conversation until it's tax time. Just like you see a lot of these tax professionals coming out, they flooding the airwaves. You should have somebody on your tax team right now that's showing you how to minimize your taxes through tax planning every month, all year long. Or you just gonna wait till tax season? Are you gonna get a checkup? Are you gonna take your vehicle to do maintenance when it's due? Or are you gonna wait for it to break down and then try to fix it? Same thing, man. It ain't no difference. It's really not a difference. So, business membership, $26.26. And it ain't about how much it costs. For some of y'all, it might be. For some of y'all, it might be. But for most of y'all, you got to understand, man, it's the value that you're going to get. And once you see what you're getting for $26.26, we had a call today, and the young lady was like, hey, I don't know how y'all make time for these calls. We don't always have time for calls. Sometimes we have to reschedule. Sometimes we have to readjust some things. But the thing of it is that if you get a group of people, first of all, if you have an assignment, you gotta take care of it. If you get a group of people that want to learn, it's going to be imperative to go ahead and share. It ain't about keeping the gate. It's about sharing with people who are worthy of the share. That's what it's about. So anyway, let me go ahead and go, man. Look forward to introducing some new members to the call tomorrow night. Once again, join the membership. You're going to get complete and immediate access. It is a self-paced learning opportunity that you can get. You'll be able to get all the downloads, all the replays, a one-on-one with us twice a month, 30 minutes, and 24-hour access. So like I always say, guys, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. I see each and every one of you guys at the top because there's entirely too many people struggling unnecessarily at the bottom. Peace.